We've been joined by Kambale Musavuli, who is a Congolese activist and member of Friends of the Congo and the Global Student Coordinator for the Break the Silence campaign launched by Friends of Congo. Mr. Musavuli is pursuing a civil engineering degree at North Carolina A&T State University. He has worked to develop programs to create positive interactions within the African American and African community as the president of the Association of African Students. He works with activists in Greensboro to bring about reasonable minimum wage and cultural understanding in his community. In his spare time, he enjoys building websites and learning and testing open source programs. He hopes to change his home country, the Congo, and bring fundamental change to end the exploitation of the Congolese people and its land. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining us on Wanda's Picks at such short notice. So tell us what's going on in Congo. I know it's an international warfare that is being seen by the external, popular media as civil war, and people are just getting killed like, oh my God, it's just horrible. And it's been going on for a long, long time, and it just sort of fades in and out of the media, of the news, and it's one of the greatest, I guess it's one of the largest losses of humanity, continuous. I don't know how many years it's been going on, but it's been like, I don't know, almost since Patrice Lumumba was killed or murdered by Western powers, including our own. Just the conflict and the killing has just been ongoing. So tell us about what's happening there presently and sort of couch that in the context of historically what's going on in Congo.
Yes. My apologies. I have a bit of a cold. But the plight of the Congo has been going on for hundreds of years. The latest spasm has been going on for 12 years, actually. Started in 96. Where we see nearly 6 million people dying since that time. And the root cause of the conflict in the Congo is the scramble for its mineral resources. And as you put that in the context, Congo literally has every mineral known to man right in its land. And the Congo is one-fourth the size of the United States and it's the size of Europe. So that just show you the vast land and the possibility of providing resources to the Western world. The plight in 96, we've had 2 invasions of Rwanda into the Congo. I'm pretty sure you are familiar with the movie of Rwanda with the genocide that happened in 1994.
Yes.
What actually happened was a regime change in Rwanda, which is now exploiting the resources of the Congo and selling it to world corporations in the pretext that they are chasing the people who committed the genocide. Just to give you a picture, many of the refugees that came to the Congo at the time were children and women. Of course, we had a few rebels also that crossed over the Congo. But they chose 1996 to 98 to continuously attack the Congo. While they were attacking the Congo, they were extracting minerals and selling it to world corporations. And one of the key minerals that's being actually exported from the Congo is called coltan. And coltan is found in your cell phones, laptops, DVD players, VCR, even pacemakers, even microwaves use coltan.
Wow.
The pacemaker, yes. So yeah. It's essential to electronic devices. Virtually every phone uses coltan. And you know how the electronic industry has boomed in the late 2000, 2001, and how you can compare that to the deaths and the atrocities that happen in the Congo all through this time, where we have PDAs now, we have Blackberries, all of it. With the demand being so high, the supply chain has to provide those resources, and they could care less that one life is lost because of these resources. Even though I'm mentioning so many horrors and so many things that's happening, there is hope to change it. I believe that with the latest fight that has occurred in the past 3 weeks, where now we have 200,000 people being displaced, added to the already 1.5 million people already displaced. And I'm letting you know those people being displaced are put in a situation where eventually they will die because they're not provided support, they do not have food, they do not have clean sanitation. So they're left literally to die, displaced from areas where minerals are and the minerals are living. But as I see that, and I understand that a military solution will only create more death in my country, I believe that a political solution to end the exploitation of the Congo needs to be presented to the world community. And we should use people that have Kagame's ear, and Kagame is the president of Rwanda. We can use people like Bill Clinton. He does business in Rwanda. We can use people like Bill Gates that have business industry there. We have Costco there. We have Starbucks there. And all these businesses and people doing business in Rwanda, understanding that there are 6 million people that died in the Congo, and half of them are children 5 years old and younger, and still have not broken the silence. It's almost a scar to the conscience. So we're calling out to the world community. If it was your child being killed just because they stepped outside to play soccer, how would you feel? If your mother was raped in front of you and your father killed in front of you, and now they're taking you to a rebel army, what will you do to stop this atrocity that's been going on for 12 years? And I believe that it can be stopped. And the central root cause of what's happening is the scramble for Congo's mineral resources, not ethnic conflict or anything of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what would you like our listeners to do? I mean, we can definitely go visit the website friendsofcongo.org and read some of the publications that stories that have come out on CongoWeek.org, and people can call the number 888-584-6510. But tell us, besides that, who should we be targeting? Any particular legislators in particular? Should we be boycotting anything? It'd be great if we could boycott cell phones. Not pacemakers necessarily, but definitely the cell phones. What would you like us to do to sort of you said it's been going on for a long time. People have been getting killed, and you don't hear about it that much in the Western media.
Exactly. Yeah, and I understand also why it's not. People do not really know. If you could just imagine how much money are being made daily in the Congo, you'll be amazed. But what specifically people can do, the number one thing that I want people to do is to educate themselves about the Congo and kind of make the connection. Just to put things in perspective, Congo has a large history connected to the United States. We're talking about William Shepherd, the first African-American Presbyterian missionary to go to the Congo. He was there in the late 1890, working with the Congolese people. You have George Washington Williams as well, and people in the 60s that continuously work with the Congolese. So educate themselves about the history of the Congo, the tragedies of what's happening, and the potential of it. Not necessarily become a critical reader of what's happening, so you don't have a picture of hopeless Africans, but more so of corporate interest disabling their ability to govern themselves. The second thing that I will ask people to do, you already mentioned the cell phone boycott. That's something that we've been doing. We've had 2 cell phone boycotts this year. The first one was March 26th, and the second one was October the 22nd, where we asked people to turn off their cell phone for 6 hours or more. But we were also asking them to change their voicemail, explaining why their phone is off. So, because we know people will still call your phone. So when they call your phone, they will understand the plight of the Congo. You can say, no, my name is Wanda. Hey, sorry, you have reached me. I'm not able to answer my phone, and my phone is off in solidarity with the 6 million deaths in the Congo due to content that's used on my cell phone. Call me back at 6, and I will let you know what's happening in the Congo, something of that nature. Mm-hmm. The third one is to provide support to the Congolese people. There are numerous NGOs working on the ground, as included, working with the people who are displaced, providing support to the women being raped. That's something I did not really go into detail so you could understand what's happening. We have 200,000 reported rapes in the Congo. And they state that Congo is the worst place for any woman to be living because of the symptoms of war has caused many of the women to be raped. And we now have a program where we help the rape victims, because what happens to them is that as they are raped, sometimes they are rejected in the community and they can't help or sustain themselves. So we try to help them have a whole business so they can continue to feed their family. Fourth, become a friend of the Congo. Visit the website, click on becoming a friend of the Congo, and you will see what you can do. And ultimately, as we continue to fight, we want you to join our network and advocate for the Congo by sending letters to your congressman, your representatives, and especially the United States President. I believe deep in my heart Barack Obama is very well aware of what's happening in the Congo. In 2005, he introduced a legislation stating if Africa has to achieve its promises, resolving the conflict in the Congo will be critical. So I know that he has Congo in his heart and he will address this issue, but it will take the citizens of the United States to press that issue to the new president to address the conflict in the Congo. Right,
yeah. Well, we have run out of time right at the moment, but we definitely want to continue this conversation. Thank you so much again for coming on the show to talk about what's going on in Congo. And I was wondering, do you have any other days planned? I'd love to participate in one of the boycotts. Do you have any dates coming up that we could sort of, put in our...
Yes. The next one,
sorry
of course,
for all the
is
noise. I've clicked on some other folks in our studio, and there's a lot of ambient sound. I don't know what it is exactly, but
okay.
Hopefully people can hear through that. So tell me again, do you have any dates coming up?
Yes, we're very engaged with different events. Next one actually coming up is November 15th. It's a historical date in the history of the Congo. So we will ask people to use that as a forum to address the issue of the Congo by different means. You can do a cell phone boycott, you can show a film of the Congo, you can do a party where you're inviting people to speak about the Congo, and so many different things you could do to address the issue. On March 8th next year, we have a vigil, an international vigil for the women in the Congo. So we're using it as a teaching and vigil to pray for peace in the Congo and also provide support to all the women in the Congo. And in July of 2009, we will have a concert in Louisiana at Congo Square. Connect Congo Square with Congo Kinshasa, since we have a historical bond with Congo Square in Louisiana, knowing that almost all the slaves that came in the United States in the 1600s came from the Congo-Angola region, and most of them were in the Louisiana, Georgia area.
Right.
And try to reconnect them. And of course, on the website, we will continuously put new events and new action items that we are pushing. And one thing I forgot to mention, people should look at the Dan Ryder report called All Mines. It talks about a U.S. corporation, Freeport-McMoRan, that's extracting copper in the Congo, and he explains in great detail how world corporations are literally killing Congolese people.
Yeah, and tell me again the name of, you said, the report, and how can people access that?
It's actually on our website, in the download area, on our CongoWeek.org website.
Okay, yes.
And the report is called All Mine, and it was done by the Dan Ryder report from CBS.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Well, so the 15th, which is Saturday, it's a time to bring attention to what's happening in the Congo, and you can find out more about actions that you can take personally, you know, from showing a film to having a cell phone boycott and leaving an outgoing message to let your friends know why you are not using your cell phone on the 15th, which is Saturday, by going to the website friendsofcongo.org, and also you can look at all of the supportive materials at congoweek.org. And again, you can call 888-584-6510. Well, thank you so much, Kambale Musavuli, for sharing with us what's going on in Congo, and we look forward to talking to you again about what's happening on the ground and how we can be of service to help end that horrible international war over the resources of the place, of this country.
Thank you for having me on your show, Wanda. I definitely appreciate your time.
All right, you take care. Have a good day.
You do the same.
Okay, peace and blessings.